Hi, everybody. Okay, I have to tell you, if you were watching my December daily yesterday, that, oh, there we go, that I kind of goofed. I don't have to change the schedule because I was a day ahead of myself as usual. Hi, Tiffany. So I don't have to change the schedule if you're watching. So today we're going to continue working on the explosion box. I'm leaving it open. I meant that you guys can work on your explosion box. I won't be live tomorrow at all, just so you know. And then Friday, I will be able to pop on if we have to finish it up at all. But I think the rest of it, once I get these down, but I don't think you'll have any trouble finishing it or creating it from there out. So we're good. But I want to show you a couple of things, actually, because I did get some things in to try, for retailers. And I'll tell you exactly how I like them. One is they have a precision glide folder. They're calling it a folder. I call it a bone folder, but they just call it a folder by Tonic Studios. And so I'll play with it and I'll use it today. But for me, it's really skinny, just so you know. If you have little hands, you might like it. Hi, Wendy. I do like Dress My Crafts because they're more substantial. Even the pencil is pretty thick, but I will play with it, and I told them I'll use it. And but I'm going to be honest with you, I do like the tips, so I'll even do some scoring. I don't know if I'll get any scoring done today, but the one thing I absolutely love, and you guys probably already have this, I'm a little slow to the party, as you well know. It's a 10.5 by 12 media mat, and it's to be used with the glass, the black media. I don't use that. I have two of them. One is always here for Sally when she comes. I don't use it, but I have to tell you, I have been really, really stressing about my scoreboard. It just goes everywhere on my desk. And I even put these guys on, but I've worn them down, as you can see. And they really don't keep it from sliding anymore. But this thing, oh my lordy, let me tell you. Let me try. Anyway, the nose, the media grip mat. I am going to get a couple more of these because I need them all over where I have my. Look at this. It's not moving. I am so happy with this. So if you craft on this, because I use this as my work surface, I can't work without it. Because then there's no damage to my desktops. But this thing is amazing, amazing, amazing. So I'm going to put it down now. Oh, I of course mine has these on. These are just those furniture pads, and I doubled them to make it match so it would sit up. But it worked in the beginning. It worked in the beginning, but it's not working now. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. You do have these legs, so I've got these on here. I guess I should try it. Let's do something. I have two scoreboards. One, I put my keyboard on it. I use these for my work surface everywhere. I just love it. And of course, your scoreboard's like this. Maybe you've got to. Oh, wow. It's pretty tight. Look at it. It grips it. Just grip and hold it there. Wow. Let's see how it does. Well, it doesn't want to stay there. It's not sticky. But if I don't have, oh, you guys, you don't have to have those on there. So I'm going to have these in. They should ship next week. Oh my gosh. So this one sits on my other table, and it does not have the feet on it, and it's not moving. So kind of got us a solution here for the scoreboards that like to slip all over the place, because it's not going to be slipping anymore, and it stays flat. You just wash it in the sink. So when it's dirty or you need to clean it, you take it up to your sink. Oh, look at that. You just take it up to the sink. You can also cut it to size. So you can cut this down. You clean with soapy water and just warm soapy water and allow it to air dry. So it's washable, reusable, and it is heat resistant. So you're going to have dual use of this. And I know there's plenty of other grip mats out. This is, like I said, that it's on the black glass mat. It's the first one I've ever tried that I've liked, and it's not so huge, but you can cut it. I'm not going to cut it. I love it. And then, of course, you know, many of you you're using probably the Nouveau glue. And I was talking to, actually, another company has bought Nouveau, and that's why we got all the samples. She told me, please try it. Please try it. So I'm going to work with it today. My only issue is it says allow to dry for 24 hours. And I'm not one of those that like to wait. I don't have to wait with my art glitter glue. And I've tried the other Bear glue. I've tried them all, and they just don't dry fast enough for me. I'm impatient. I'm very impatient. So I'll try the Nouveau during today's tutorial, and we'll see what we think. And I want to show you. So I got my box pretty much done. I did finish the box on the inside, and we're going to put ours down, our recipe card mats down. And I also want to talk about, Tanya did mention to me, well, can't we make these go this way in our recipe cards? Yes, you can. You would just have to resize these. I would cut them shorter, have your recipe card stick out, and then it could go the long way. But they all, of course, need to go up so they don't fall out. So you definitely can change the size if you want to go in this way. And so, yes, you can change that. Now, these are what I talked about. I just did on my Cricut, and then I did a shadow. Hi, Pamela. And so, and Pam, I just showed the sticky mat, the media grip mat that's coming in, the Tim Holtz one from Tonic, because no more sliding scoreboards on our desk. I am loving it. So the box. My box is going to be filled here very soon with cookie cutters, and I'm going to show you the box, how to create it today. You won't have to. Oh, hello, Helena. I'm not going to mat it with you. Very simple to mat because it's going to be exactly like we did the big part, but inside will be my cookie cutters. And I did put chipboard in the lid part. I didn't put it down here in the bottom. You can, but I'm not going to. And then when this closes up, see, it's a perfect fit. So this afternoon, we're going to create the inside of, I'll grab my other box. We're going to put this on the lid. I'll give you the measurements for the sides, side matting. And also I'll show you how I did the acrylic pocket on the front and the lay flat. So I did add the lay flat pockets I showed last night in the December daily video, because you can add gift cards. So you'll be able to put gift cards in there. Or you can just put the cut aparts, which are nice because you can use them as little postcards or just write a note on there. And then I just grabbed some of the ephemera and I pop it in there. I left the back plain. And this was one of the pieces from our, I can't remember. Theirs are different. Chit Chat, and I can't remember, but I think it's from the Chit Chat one. We'll pull it out and I'll look here in a second. But how cute was that to be in there? And because this is the lay flat pocket that I did years ago, we have a side pocket that you can put these in. And again, this can be made in you can make this in one day. Okay, so if you're doing a crop or you're crafting real quick, you could do this on a Saturday. Okay, because it does move fast. So I'm going to grab what we were working on when I left you. So when I left you, so we had done the lid. And then the insides, we were creating the accordion pockets. And then I told you would need 12 altogether. So let me get because I rewrote it up so I could read it. On the accordions, you need 12, 7 by 7.5. And I did show you in video number 2 how to create these. So I won't go back and do that. And they're all ready to go. I have 3 for each flap. And I did go ahead and I'll give you the measurements. So I'm double matting. This one's kind of hard to see. Let me get a good contrast one. Okay, so for the double matting, I am using the petite prints, the solids that come with that you might separate with the collection at countrycraftcreations.com, and the yellow one. Whatever. Here I used the back of one of the cut aparts for that. This is one of the main paper line that matches. And so your back matting is going to be 4 7/8 wide. And then it's going to be 6 7/8 of an inch long. Now the top matting, I did it at 4 5/8 so that we get the yellow. So 4 5/8 by 6 5/8. And if you're writing it down, so your bottom, I'll do this again. The back matting is 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. Your top matting, 4 5/8 by 6 5/8. And then we're just going to, you want to glue those together. And then we're going to glue those right on top. And then I will do this inside also. I just didn't get this cut in time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try the new, well, it's not new, but for me it is, because I've really never used this glue. It's a little bit runny for me, but we'll see what it does. Like I said, drying for 24 hours. Oh, and I need to double check the price point, but I know some of you really love it. So I will be bringing it in. Once I see how I feel about it. I mean, no, I'll bring it in. I don't know if I'll continue to use it, because art glitter glue has, I mean, I've been using that for how many years now, and it really has stood the test of time for durability. Seems a little runny to me. Oh, bits and pieces. Thank you, Pamela. So it's bits and pieces. I do like the shape of the bottle. And I do know the bottle's being used in another product. And I have to tell you, I found out that other company didn't have permission to do that. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I don't think anything will. But we'll see. Be interesting. Oh, Pam, you pour this into your art glitter glue bottle? Hello. Yes, Sue, I agree. I had an email, and the lady was so excited because she said that she usually makes first year albums for the babies, the grandbabies. Hi, Jen. But she's going to make these boxes, and it will be the first year. And then in the middle box, you can put the hospital bracelet and other little keepsakes. How darling is that? I thought that was such a cute idea. And you know what? I need to turn this. Okay, you want to watch your directional, because the way I put these here, that would have been upside down. Whoops. Okay, I don't like that already. Art glitter glue would have already grabbed that. Hi, Alice. Told you, I'm impatient. I like my glue to grab. Now, if you like extra time, then maybe this is a good choice. Sure, those edges are down. And then also, how many? This is 4 ounces. Okay. I know I love the art glitter glue too, but we're going to try this. I don't think I'll change. Because I'm so used to my art glitter glue. Okay, I need to do the center. And I'm going to check, see what we have for scraps. So I have this that I used on my other box, and it's the petite print. So I'm going to cut my first piece. I'm going to double mat. We're going to cut it 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. And I've been tearing apart my 6x6, so I've been using an awful lot of this. And oh, I think I will put Santa Claus, because that will match what I've done to the outside. And I want to cut this at 4 5/8 by 4 5/8. That doesn't look. I thought so. I think I messed up. That's right. I did it at 4 3/8. Okay, we'll set that aside for a card. Okay, that's gone. I've been using a lot of this. That won't work. Oh, there. Let's see. Let's go with, these are little Christmas lights. Are they sprinkles? No, they're sprinkles. And I'm going to cut it correctly. 4 5/8 by 4 5/8. Now, all these bits and pieces right here are going to do great for cards. Down there, that will go in the center. Yeah, it doesn't grab as quick as the art glitter glue. That's for sure. Hi, Tina. Okay. Then in the beginning, so if you when this video is over, it'll be here and it'll be recorded so you can go back and watch it. You'll see the little box that we're going to make in the center. So what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to put down all of these. Jan, I'm trying out, well, they sent me, you know, for retailers, the Nouveau. I don't know, you guys, I'm not going to use it for my pockets. I'm worried. I know my rep told me use it. It's great for everything. But then it said allowed to dry for 24 hours. Dry on a flat surface. And I don't have time to dry on a flat surface. I need to keep going here. So we are going to go ahead and now lay down our pockets. And I'll show you how I did it. So that I didn't have one this way, but you might want where they pull out this way. You can put them any way you like. We're going to put these down. The nice thing is we only mat the top. So I'm going to just mat one with you. And the reason being is I want to do the lid, the top of the lid, and I also want to create the little box inside. And then the matting is pretty straightforward. You'll be able to go back and do that. And you won't have to wait for me to do another video on Friday. So that's really what I want to do is get the components built with you. And then you guys can mat. And so I am going to use my glitter glue. Old habits die hard, right? So I want my pockets up. And the same way that we put all of our pockets together to accordion, we're going to do the same. If you glue this down flat, it's going to be super tight and these are going to be hard to open. When you glue the whole, if you were to glue this whole thing, for some reason, it just sucks it down and you're not going to like that. Oh, let's talk about placement. Totally up to you. Again, I didn't want it at the top. We can have it in the center, but I'm going to bring mine down to just about on my double matting, it's about 1/8 of an inch at the bottom. Or actually, I'm just really going to be eyeballing it. So you can measure, you can use your little spacers. And again, I'm just eyeballing the center. And so this width should be about 1.5 inches wide. You really don't need any more than that. And then we're just going to, again, I'm just eyeballing it. And it looks like it almost could be 1/4 of an inch from the very bottom. We're just going to hold it for a moment. And keep a hold of it as you're burnishing it so it doesn't slide around. And then as I'm working, make sure there's no glue. I'm just going to pop him on there. And I'm rotating. So my next one, see, they come out the top. So this is actually really easy. I agree. Nothing beats our glitter glue. But I'm always willing to try. I know Nouveau or how has been out for a while. I've tried little samples when I've been to, for retailers, the shows. And I do like the crystal one that's similar to Glossy Accents. I like it much better. But for the most part, I use art glitter glue. But I'm willing to try it. Again, I'm not really worried about it matching. It's going to be pretty darn close. Hi, RJ. We're going to just hold it down for a minute. Again, holding it while it's being burnished. I love this. My mat is not sliding anywhere. Make sure there's no glue coming out the top from the back. Okay. Again, making sure it's open to the top. I'm really excited to give these to my granddaughters for Christmas. They are so cute, and they can pull them out every year and have their cookie recipes in there and their snacks, however they want. I think they're going to like these. And they don't take as long to create as a mini album would have. Okay. I am using a little bit more glue than normal. And I'm not going side to side. You don't want to smush the glue too far from the center there. Okay, so we should be good to go. What I'm going to do now, these are 4 by 6. No, they're not. They're 6 by 3 3/4. I do want to double mat, and so I'm going to do one with you. And your 6 by 6 paper pad, it will work great. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab my petite prints, and I'll use the front, and I'm going to use the back. So I want to cut 2 of these. Well, we're going to cut a strip first. And it's 3 5/8. So if you're double matting, your first layer will be 3 5/8 by 5 7/8. So we'll get 2 out of that strip. And what I'm going to do is front and back. And then, like I said, I've been using the heck out of my 6 by 6 pad, so there's not really anything left of it. So let me get into my 12 by 12s. I think, no, that's not big enough. We don't want pink on pink. And my next one is going to be, we did 3 5/8. So I'm going to do 3 3/8 by 5 5/8. No, that looks, what did I cut? That was not. I cut it at 4. 3 3/8. See how cute that is with the polka dots with this doodle bug. And then if you have, you might have dies. So if you have some of the, if you have recipe dies, or you do have a Cricut, just go in and make your letters. And so for my letters, I made them the 2.5 inches tall. And then I went 5.5 wide. And if you need help with that, there's plenty of us that can help you how to do that on your Cricut. And then I did it with my Joy, because my Joy is the small machine that sits right here. So portable, that little machine. I've had it for how long now, and I finally got it out. So we're going to use this thing. And it will cut it. I used just the artisan cardstock for the words, and then I used printed paper for the shadowing. And this is what you're going to do on, you just need 4 of the 3 5/8 by 5 7/8. And then you'll need 4 of the top piece, however much of a border you want. I didn't think that too well, did I? Maybe that would be too bright. But then it is a fun doodlebug print, so I think we're okay. No, we're going to go with our cuties here. Your daughter's getting married next year. Yes, this would be super cute as a planner. Then instead of recipe cards, you can put the index cards inside. And remember, you can make more of the pockets. You can stack up to like 6. She could have one for receipts. And you could do one for schedule. Bridal shower. What a fun thing. Okay, now you're going to repeat that on all of your pockets here. Give that time to dry. And let me show you if you're using the Doodlebug recipe card. So let me take one off. This whole booklet, oh my gosh, super cute, you guys. Get to the website and pick one up because there's tons. You'll be able to make well, that will give me 2, and then I'll have a couple, there's like 9 left over. So 2 booklets would give you 4 boxes. Very economical. So as you can see, this is 4 by 6. I could have made this bigger. At the time, I wasn't thinking. I was thinking 4 by 6 recipe cards and didn't allow myself extra. So you definitely can make this bigger, especially if you're good with math. But what I'm going to do is just take 1/8 of an inch off of each side. So I'll take 1/8 of an inch from the left side, 1/8 of an inch from the right side, and it didn't even cut into the printing at all. And it fits just fine. And the reason I went 3 3/4, I wanted it to stick over the top. And then let me show you something really cute. So the sticker sheet, and if you get, oh, not just the, no, the sticker sheet has these, but they have Family December on there. It was and I need to get the puzzle sorter and all that stuff on Facebook, you guys. Whoops. Because the printer we used last night, a lot of you just left. Okay. Right here, you do have some words, and you could use those as tabs, even though they have some words, or use it as a pattern and cut a bunch out. And this one's the bits and pieces. Let me pull one out. Now, even though it says Santa on there, that's okay. I fold it in half. If you want to add this here. And you could have the pull tab. Or if you have a punch, just punch them out of the doodlebug paper. Be super cute. You certainly could have Santa here if you want. I mean, it won't hurt nothing. Or you can leave nothing on there. So that is creating that part. Now I want to go over the lid because we did do the lid, but I went ahead and finished up my matting. Whoops, I crunched the edge there. I finished the matting on it, and I did give you the measurements in the other video. Whoa, let me see if I can fix this. Oh, the glue stuff. This one is Nouveau. I'm trying it out. Oh, what did I do? But I'll be honest with you, it says it takes 24 hours to dry. So that really, I don't know how I feel about that. Whoa. I think I really killed that corner. I must have put it on when it was wet. So let me get some. Well, let me just smash it a little bit more first. Okay, that's one of the tips of the day. Smash it down first. All right, let's see if we can. I'm telling you, the art glitter glue is strong, and so it really strengthens also because of the fibers when it dries. And it's like using a starch on your paper. Oh, look how nice. So it smoothed right out. I left out there. Oh, I found my lid. I think I did give you all the measurements because we did the chipboard, and I told you just to go ahead and get yours finished. But now we want to do the top. So we're going to decorate the top, which you don't want to do until it's all done because you have to push on this, and we're going to be pushing on our decorations here, and you don't want to do that. And then we're going to make the box that goes in the center. Oh, before we do, let me talk about the back. So this side, these are the exact same measurements as the inside. And I will I'll do 2 of them with you. And I'm going to do this because I want to put on these little lay flat pockets. Well, no, I don't need to because you don't want to sit here and watch me try to figure out what papers to use. I'll use my temporary glue, my temporary tape runner, and we'll put them on. We're good. We're good. You're going to mat the outside just like you do the inside. Okay. And for my box, I did already prepare the matting. And I did do some major matting here. You could mat this flat and then wait to put your doodle pop on. And I did choose Merry and Bright. My Christmas tree is going to go right on top. This Sweet as a Christmas Cookie, this darling little tray of cookies matches the graphic on the back. How awesome is it that you can just do that? I love it. So I'll give you my measurements and I'll show you what I use. So this was a Santa. I don't have the names because I cut them off, but it has that. I just love this on the back. And this one is cut at 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. So that's your first layer, 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. My second layer I used from the 6x6 pad just because it was a smaller graphic, and it's 5 by 5. So 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, then 5 by 5 will sit right on top. Also from the 6x6 pad. The graphics, darling. We've got 4 5/8 by 4 5/8. Then I have, just for my 12 by 12 sheet, the plaid that has the rainbow colors on the back. And it is going to be 4 3/8 by 4 3/8. Then I have, this is also from my 8 by 8. I mean, the 6 by 6. If you don't have a 6 by 6, just use the 12 by 12. It's the numbers. But look how cute they are, little like that. I love it. And I cut this one at 3 1/4, 3 1/4 wide by 4 1/4. It'll go in the center. And then the 3 by 4 cut apart will lay on top. And I am going to put, I'm going to pop these up, my Christmas tree, even though it has some dimension. I'm going to pop it up on my dots. I want to be able to slide things underneath there. Okay, so our first job, we have to glue everything together. And you can do it layer by layer on the box lid, or you can do it all first, and then we'll just put it down to as a whole. I try to use graphics that are non-directional on the layering like this. Okay, as I'm layering, I'm just going to put it on mute for a I went on mute for a moment. That's the only thing when I do classes during the day. Oh, and the dog. Wilbur, stop. When I do classes during the day, sometimes the warehouse calls and I have to answer because she's shipping out packages, and that's super important. And so, yeah, if I go silent but I'm working, I'm on mute. And we're just putting our matting down. And the Nouveau glue is not too bad. Still love my art glitter glue better, but it's okay to use. Any adhesive's okay to use that you like. Just like me, I am so used to the art glitter glue. This is a little sticky. It's kind of nice. I'm so used to my art glitter glue that changing is very difficult when you've used it for how many years? And don't forget, Christine, this will be recorded. Oh, yes. Did you order that, Tiffany? You know what, you guys? That is Homer. No, that's Wilbur. And actually, Wilbur, it's his voice. You know how some people, like, I think I have an annoying voice, but some people just have that voice. He has that bark. And we've had a trainer here when he's gone off like that, and she says, he's just telling the other dogs, get out of my space. And so it sounds like he's killing somebody, or somebody's killing him. But I promise you we're not. He's just, oh my gosh, Wilbur, that's Wilbur's bark. That's Wilbur's get out of my space. But all Charlotte wants to do is lay down with him. And when he's on his bed, he don't want nobody to lay down with him. He's a very independent little beagle. Okay. Getting pretty tight there, pretty tight. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this on my lid. And because I've used lightweight chipboard, it's pretty strong. Isn't that pretty? It's going to be so pretty. Such a cute, fun gift. Yeah, the 65-pound, we've been putting it in kits, and we've had so many requests to include it to purchase. It's beautiful and smooth, and you guys have loved it for matting. So I had it cut though at the mill. I don't want 8.5 by 8.11. I want 12 by 12. We need the big stuff, girls or crafters. I know we have some gentlemen crafters, but we want the big stuff. And it finally arrived. Making sure our corner. Now, it'd be cute, too, if you don't want your corners down and you want to kind of shred up the paper there. Need to fix a corner. And then our new glitter paper, to die for. It's so beautiful. Okay. Now just determine the front. That'll be my front. Down goes my cut apart. Well, it says to let it dry flat for 24 hours. I don't know if you really have to. But see, I would never have been able to move if that was art glitter glue behind there. So maybe you like to have a little more play and be able to move it, then you might like it. I don't know if it really takes 24 hours, but the bottle says. Okay. But I ain't waiting 24 hours. So let's break open our doodle pop. So I'm going to take my tree off. I'm going to start with our little tree. Whoops. I'm going to use our glitter glue. I have to. And you'll notice it matches, oh goodness, it matches perfectly the Christmas tree. Oh, look how cute. So I'm going to put a dot of my art glitter glue back here. I really need my tweezers. Down goes my star. Kind of matching it there to the graphic. Then we have these darling little presents, but I want to bring out our ephemera stuff. Now these ones are the big ones. Look how cute. You guys, you could just build a darling little house scene and have Santa Claus running through the neighborhood. Isn't that adorable? Look how cute. You could actually take two of them, flip it up, make a darling little Christmas card. But those are my big ones, so I already sorted them over. So I think they're just kind of too big for the cover. Of course, we've got some little cupcakes, but these are my smaller ones, my cute little peoples. And I want my smaller ones for this. Oops. So I sort these out, small, medium, and large. I try to. But here we have, that's pretty cute. So we have our little gingerbreads. If you want, because that's kind of big for me. Look how cute. If I wasn't going to do the Marion, oh, you know what? Maybe we won't do Marion Bright because look how cute that is. Or we can leave it there and add that up. Oh, it's got a boo-boo. I just noticed my little candy cane is torn. Look at the apron. Okay, because this is for baking. Now this one is kind of big. It's much bigger than the doodle. So that's pretty big too for this. I'll save that for an album. Oh, here we go. So my little boy one. Oh no, it was this little cart. My little candy cane is torn off of there. Makes me sad. Darn fingernails. Kind of big, kind of big. Then we've got our, let's find a little boy here. We can kind of pop in there and overlay him. I'm just giving you ideas. And that's one thing why sometimes it's really hard on camera because I never know where I want to put anything or if I want to leave the Merry and Bright. Of course, we have the little presents also. I want to put down here at the bottom. And on this one, see, I used the cookbook and the spoon and the little gingerbread guy off to the side. And we don't have another cookbook. I wish we did. So you should just buy 2 packs of ephemera. This one is your bits and pieces, so it's all just your tags, which are going to be really darling to use on presents. So don't put these away. Use these on your gifts. So we are going to need these. Wilbur, no. No. Here we go. There's a darling cupcake. And I can actually play with that later. But this truly is, if you loved to play dress paper dolls when you were younger, you're going to love this. No, that was okay. I have to grab that glitter paper. And oops. Because well, I might as well show it to you. I know we're kind of bouncing, but like I said, I have to get with the warehouse because look at this stuff. It's absolutely gorgeous. She needs to know which one is diamonds. I forgot to give her the samples. So pretty. So let me just let her know while you guys are working. And silver strand. There we go. Gorgeousness. Isn't that just, and that glitter does not come off. Okay. No glitter on my desk. Isn't that great? It's just great. So, just play. See what you like. Create your little Christmas scenes. I think that's what I'm going to go with. And then I will add my little presents and some of the little dots here, and because they're just very cute. Oh, Jen, I'm sorry. You know whose head that was? That little head that poked itself up on my desk? That was Charlotte. She loves to get up here and see what I'm doing, and she wants to actually see if there's any food to steal. Once in a while, I'll have some crackers on my desk if I'm not able to stop for lunch. And she wants to try and take them. Okay. I always add adhesive to my, that stickers and things. Bring that in just a little bit to the white. You know what? I'm going to pop out the back. Now, you'll notice sometimes, because it's called a kiss cut and it doesn't quite go all the way through. I should have gotten it on that one. I like to pop them out. See the difference? I'm going to see if I can still get that one. Bring that up a little bit. And see, it came off. So lucky, because I want the bow to show. Okay, let me throw that one away. And now I just want to add, just some of these cute little things where I kind of have space. That needs to be filled up, and I use glue on top of these. I just know over the years they're not going to stay down. So I'm going to use the big ones here. Oh, I think I'll go medium. Let's go with yellow. And let's lose that one. When those things fall, you never know where they go. They just become obsolete into the atmosphere. She needs a bow right there. I mean, she needs a dot right there. On her bow. If I had my little mini black ones, I would put them there. But we're going to put the big red one here. Your enamel dots add dimension. They just perk it up. Two little pink ones on her buttons. Isn't that cute? And let's go with, oh, there it is. Well, we might as well use it. Oh, we gotta have brown. Well, the tan color. And green. We haven't used green. Super cute. Look at that. Now, another fun one to use on the topper. So when I make another one of these, because I'm making me one, I have to have one of these. The shaker. And I will be using the little gingerbread shaker on mine because I just love him. So how cute to put that on the top. Okay, on the front of my little lid right here, I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna take my sticker sheet and I want to put a word there. And I think we're gonna go with happy memories. Oh wait, no, that will not show up on the Santa. So let me get, let's do a jingle all the way. So I want to make a flag. So this is all the decorating I'm going to do, because then you guys can go wild and crazy on yours. Oh, see, this is why you got to get all these little pieces and parts off your desk. Well, they just want to find their way back, don't they? Oh, because they're all stuck to me. All right. And I want a little boy and a little girl. Just put them kind of there on the sticker. Yep, we're going to go with the dots. Definitely going to go pink. Now the glue also gives you a minute to reposition. Medium green. One of each size. And this is why we don't always decorate on camera with these enamel dots, because you could watch me fight with them all day. And you don't have all day. Okay. Now, that will sit on my box. I did not on the other box. I just decorated the front, but you can do each side if you want. So there's that one. Okay, we're going to make these two guys, the two lay flats. So whatever color cardstock, I need my brown. And we're going to cut 2 pieces. So you can do these out of your scraps. Oh, I thought I had some. I don't. And we're going to cut 2 of them. They're going to be 4.5 inches. and they're going to be 7 1/4 long. Darn sleeves. And then 7 1/4 long. Oh, I'll just make one with you, because then we want to get to the box. So it's 4 1/2 wide and 7 1/4 inches long. Then you want to score with the 7 1/4 across the top at 2 inches and 4 1/8. So 2 inches and 4 1/8. That doesn't look right. No, it's 4 7/8. That's not going to matter. So that score mark, it's not going to matter. So don't get a new piece of paper. So 2 inches and 4 7/8. Because this is the back. You don't even see it. And just rub it out. And then burnish up the 4 7/8 of an inch score line. Hi, Connie. And burnish up your 2 inch score line. Now, how you're going to do this is 2 inches is at the bottom facing me. And if you watched my tutorial on, we just finished Christmas at the end, I did a lay flat pocket in there. So your biggest piece is going to fold down first. So it needs to be at the top, and then this will fold over. And let me get my gun. Now the thing is, you got to mat these first, okay? So we're going to mat. I'm going to just use this. I want to cut one piece that is 1 7/8 by 4 3/8. It's 4 1/2 wide. I want the flower side. And then for the top piece, which I don't want to use that. So let's use the baking one, if it's long enough. So for my top piece, I want to cut another one that's about 2 1/8 by 4 3/8. So we want to mat, and I don't worry about covering this whole thing. But you do have to mat it first. Okay. I'll mat this one after I put this together. So we want a pocket. We want this to be a pocket. And all I want to do is on the left-hand side is I'm going to go all the way here. And then I fold it over. And on the left-hand side, I would add my glue right to the edge. That's in a little far. Right to the edge, because you need room. And then I'm just going to put a little dot of glue at the top. So put your line of glue along the edge, and then just a dot of glue at the top and close it. And it becomes a pocket. So this is also a great gift card holder, and some dollar bills will fit in there nicely. So you can put a gift card and then some dollars. Or Santa. Isn't he cute? He's going to have to go in there because he's adorable in there. And then I'll go ahead and mat the front. And you can decorate then how you wish with your sticker sheets or ephemera or whatever collection you're using. I just use the sticker sheet. And that was from think that was from this doodle pop. And then on here, I did the enamel ones. And also this was left over. Yeah, these snowman, the heart was left over from that doodle pop. So sometimes you'll have these cute little things in there you can use. And then when you put this on the outside of your box, of course, mat it first. I just do the left side, the right side, and the bottom so that this is a pocket. So just the two short sides and along the bottom. I came about a 1/2 inch from the bottom. Of course, you're going to mat this first. Whoops. And then you'll be able to have a little pocket here to pop things in. So if you're giving it as a gift, you might get a gift card, maybe if to a baking center or a gift card to a coffee shop or anything you want to put in there. Why the tape gun? Because it's not permanent. And I don't want this to be on here. And that will fit right inside of your matting. See how that fits in the matting? And right here at the bottom. And I don't want it down right now because I'm not quite done. I need to do the outside and finish my inside. Now we need to create our little inside box. So super cute. Okay, now I can save him for later and make everything more permanent on it. So inside, let's make this guy. I'm not going to mat it with you. You're going to mat it. You're just going to measure. I can give you the measurements. This is where I'm going to put the cookie cutters for the girls. The cookie cutters will be in there. And they can pick it up. Now, I also did not put lightweight chipboard in here like we do on, I did in here, just like we did on the big lid. But you don't have to. It's totally up to you. I wanted the lid to be strong because then the doodle pops on there. Super cute. And you can actually put anything in there. If you want homemade cookies, any kind of gift. And we're going to do the box. I'm going to give you those measurement scoring, and then you'll be able to mat those. And I'll show you how I made the acrylic front pocket. So you can put the recipe cards inside of there. So for our box, you want a piece of cardstock. Ew. Am I not going to be able to make my lid brown? Ew. Guess what? I guess I'm using my last piece of brown. That's okay. Oh, I've got this one. Am I going to be able to get my lid out of this? I am. Boy, I'm lucky. Because this is it. I'm out of brown. Okay. 12 by 12. Super simple. On your 12 by 12, you just want to score it 4, 8, and 4 and 8. 4 and 8. Lid. Your lid is going to be 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. Now, if you were going to put lightweight chipboard in there, just like we did on the lid, remember how I said to make it a hair bigger? Because this is pretty tight. So I went a little bit bigger. And it's a much nicer fit. So if you're going to line it with lightweight chipboard, you're going to cut it at 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. If you don't want to line it with lightweight chipboard, I would take just like a 1/16 of an inch off so it will fit better. You don't have to, it'll just be a little loose, but because I will put the lightweight chipboard, it will take up that space and it'll fit very nice. And on this piece, we're going to score, I'm just going to try this one. We're just going to score it 1.5 all the way around. Score is very nice. This is the tonic. 1.5 inches all the way around. You're going to create this just like you did with me for the box. I kind of like this bone folder. I thought it would be too small. But it doesn't overwhelm my hand. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to map this with you, but your measurements for matting will start at 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. And then it will depend if you're double matting. So then if you're double matting, I'd go 4 1/8 by 4 1/8 will be your back layer. And then the top layer, I would cut it at 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. It's the Tonic Studios, and it is kind of small, but I think I will order them in because I like it. Now you've got 4 1/8, and it's 1.5 inches wide. So I would cut, if you're, and I do double mat on all this, so it's 4. Did I tell you 4? Oh yeah, it's 4 1/8 will be my bottom layer by 1 3/8. My top layer is going to be like 3 7/8 by 1 1/4 so that I have more border. And then all we're going to do, cut up that score line and miter the corner. So you're duplicating exactly the big lid, only smaller. The thing with the Dress My Craft, they've come up with, there's 4 of them, and they all have their own purpose. You see that one? That's my all-time favorite because it gets in there. That and the pencil. But this isn't too bad for scoring. I'm liking it. Now, remember, mat this all flat. It's a lot easier to work with. When you get to the inside, also, I'm going to straighten up. You want these to be straight. My sides. Because you want this to look nice, especially if it's going to be a gift. But keep it straight when it comes to these long pieces. Now, when matting, you need to wait because these are going to connect to that piece, and you will mat this after you're done gluing those down. And I'm sorry, this is so dark. So what I would be doing, same thing, after I mat the back side, front side, and everything's ready to go, we're going to put this together just like we did the big one. And now I would mat on top of there. No, it's not in the store yet. They'll be here. They'll probably ship out that order What is this? It'll ship out probably Monday. Okay. Then after you're done, I did basically the same thing. And I already gave you those measurements. I did the double matting. And then I put a doodle pop on there. Cute, huh? Okay. There we go. The bottom. We're going to do the exact same way. It's just bigger. And I didn't do any double matting with this. Ooh. I like to burnish heavy because I like my creases flat. That's pretty nice. This might just be a winner. Because I don't like to bring anything in. Well, I know some of you like to use things that I don't. I'll bring those in. But if I'm not going to use it and it's not going to be tried out and loved by myself or the designers, I'm not going to sell it to you. So on this one, because it's bigger, I am going to use my cutter. Otherwise, you're just going to cut straight to that score line. I'll just put it in here at 4. So I've already marked. You probably can't see it. I've marked my cutter too. It didn't cut very nice. And again, I'll put it at 4. Okay, there's something on my blade. And it knows this is my last piece of brown cardstock. And it's chewing it up. Again, I have trouble. I don't know why I have trouble. I have trouble going at an angle when it's this big. So I like to just use my straight edge because it doesn't have to be perfect. We just have to make this smaller. Sometimes I do that. I just cut it freehand because it doesn't matter. These aren't going to show. Okay. Now we're going to do the opposite side. Like I said, you can cut these with your scissors just like you did the small. This is just quicker. Hi, Linda. Are you back home? That was kind of messy. Thanks to my blade having something on it. I didn't clean it. So I'm going to clean up this edge of my little box. Linda, did you see Dawn was having a party without us yesterday? Just saying. And anywhere else my blade did a choppy job here, I got to clean it up because I don't have another piece. Okay, because these are 4x4 squares, I want to show you something. See how this is going to go clear over? So I am going to take off about a ½ inch from each one of these. Like I said, this is my very last piece of brown in my stash. So I have to clean this all up. Yeah, I don't recall the invite. So I think you and me should party without, no, it's no fun without her. Next time we'll crash her party. Back to where I was now that we're all cleaned up. This one. Mine aren't exactly ½ inch, so don't fret if it's not. And once again, on this, I did not, I didn't add my lightweight chipboard. Now, if you're going to add your lightweight chipboard, like in your bottom and on this side, go ahead and cut your pieces at about 3 5/8 by 3 5/8. Remember how we did for this lid? And then your cardstock won't show, and just glue it down. Okay. But don't put it down here because this is going to be your joining pieces. So the solid piece that always hooks here. Now, another thing is you're doubling this over, so that added some strength. So I felt it was strong enough. But I did put the lightweight chipboard in the bottom, just like I did our main box. And I cut it at 3 5/8 by 3 5/8. Then I cut all the matting at 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Hey, Don. Hey, Tanya. 3 7/8 by 3 7/8 and put it right on top. Now, when you go to put this together, mat the outside and the ends, it's just so much easier flat. Remember, go back and burnish. I love this. Burnishing, very nice. Burnish all your pieces and you'll feel that they'll be tighter when you have the matting on. And you'll be happy you did because your box then will be nice and neat. Okay, so I'm just going to use my temporary, but this is where you would add glue. Oh, you were? I didn't see you, Tanya. I thought maybe you was eating lunch. So I would add glue to these tabs. All of these tabs will get glue, not temporary. Then I would glue them together just like we did on our lid. So in video 2, when I create the lid, if you need to go back, you just I use clothespins on wet glue. But we've already been live for 2 hours, almost. Oh, it's 2:30, hour and a half, so I don't want to keep you all. So these guys, like I said, this is just temporary. Now, what's really nice about this is you've got extra strength already there. And so if you want to add that lightweight chipboard, it's really going to help these sides. Your little lid. And this is, like I said, you see how much room? Now there's that much room there because you need to add the lightweight chipboard. Okay. Then it will sit right in the center. You can glue that down if you want. I didn't glue it down because I wanted to be able to remove it to take the little cookie cutters out. But I'm going to set it right there in the middle so that it's there so I can get back to working on it later. But we're going to take our acrylic now, and we want to do our acrylic piece. Isn't that just the cutest little gift? I love it. Well, I'm glad you're here with us. You keep me company, Tiffany. Okay, let's grab our, if you've got the acrylic, or even if you have a plain one, or if you bought the one that matches the Darling collection of gingerbread kisses, which you need to get because you're going to love it. Look, but I'll tell you what, this stuff is heavy, and I was so excited. I was in their warehouse, and Cynthia actually asked me, and I told her, don't you have any more of this? And they started making it. I don't think it was just because of me, but I was like, please, can you make this for us? And she's like, okay. If you know Cynthia, I've learned you know Doodlebug. And if you know Doodlebug, you're looking at Cynthia. Doodlebug is 100% Cynthia. And as sweet and amazing as Doodlebug is, so is Cynthia. If you ever get the chance to meet her and Allison, you got to. They're just amazing people. Absolutely amazing people. But this is Cynthia's personality all in her work. So I just love it. We're going to take our acrylic pocket. It's going to be 6 7/8 long. And usually I use my bigger cutter. So I am, because it will tear up my blade. I'm going to cut this 6 7/8 of an inch long. And I'm cutting mine 5.5 tall. So I need to use my big cutter. Ah, that's like butter on my dolly. And it's beautiful. It's not like just painted on. I can't explain it. It's just amazing. And I save all these little pieces. Now, you want to know why I save these little pieces? These little pieces make the best, and I did it in a Disney album once, closures for flaps and things, and you can put a magnet on it, and then they don't rip and tear. So always keep these. I second that, Linda Lee. They are just wonderful, wonderful people. Okay, that's my little piece to put aside and use that for something else. But this is heavy. So scoring it can be a little scary. But we're going to try. I'm going to try this one. Now, I usually use something heavy duty, like my EK Success, or a flower shaping tool. Whoops. Because you have to get in there. But we're going to see how the new tonic one I've got does. So I've got my 6 7/8 of an inch across the top, and I want to score 1/2 inch. Not bad, but let me try. Usually, you can see how it pops up. It's going to pop up. And then we're going to turn it to the other end, and we're going to score it again at 1/2 inch. This is the 6 7/8 of an inch across the top. It didn't do bad. I do prefer this for my acrylic because I can get it down in that groove. It's going to kind of bend. Do you see how that bent? It's already bent in for me. And you really should, I should have told you, we really should be scoring it upside down. You want the printed side down. Sorry. So I'm going to rescore it with the printed side down because we want to fold it back on itself. Now I'm going to turn so my 5.5 is across the top and score at 1/2 inch. And you have to push. You do have to push, but it will get there and it will crease. And I'm going to go to this. So now you can kind of see why you do need heavy duty bone folders or different bone folders. So bend it backwards and you're really going to push until it's flat. And we're going to do it again. Now, while it's folded together, I'm going to just miter that corner. I did it that way because I wanted to make sure while it's folded in half, I want to make sure I get rid of that bulk. Oops, you need to go all the way to that top score line. So you don't want any bulk, and you don't have to worry about any holes. And I do like to get rid of this ASAP because it is sharp. It's really thick. And I definitely don't want Charlotte, my puppy, to get it. My designers, I've seen them use glue. I don't use glue. I understand that they say it does work. I think Jennifer does glue. I'm going to use score tape. You could use score tape or you could use red line. And I'll miter that top corner in just a minute. So let me get my score tape. Now the score tape. Oh, okay. I need to show you two ways. If are you telling me I just scored this wrong? I did. It's okay. Oh, my measurement was off. It needed to be 5 7/8. So let's change that. And that's an easy fix. Sorry, guys. It's 5 7/8 by 5 1/2. So we need to take an inch off. So I'm going to go, well, actually, I'm just going to take a 1/2 inch off. I'll measure it though and cut, and I'll take an inch off. So let me take it to my big cutter and I'll just rescore because it needs to be 5 7/8 wide. Yep, 5 7/8. So I'm going to turn this back. I'm going to bring it over to here. So I want it to be upside down, and I want to score it again at 1/2 inch. So just rescore there. And let's just recut those corners. Okay, now much better, because this is going to, you can do a couple of different things. You can set it right on top of here after you do your matting. But this one I'm going to cut the matting with you for, because I wrapped mine around the matting. So with my cutter, I'm going to use, and I already had a piece out for matting, is this. This is the texture cardstock and bubble gum. No, is it bubble gum? It is. So this is the Gingerbread Kisses solid assortment, and it's the deepest one. And you get all these colors to choose from. Super pretty. And I want to go ahead and cut this at 4 7/8, exact same thing as in the inside. and then 6 7/8. And for, yeah, I think I'll use this one. So I want to cut this at 6 5/8 by 4 5/8. So we are going to mat this one, but I am going to do it with the temporary glue to show you. This is just one way. There's other ways. Now, this is what you want to check. And that's why I don't put this together yet. So I am going to take 1/8 of an inch. It just depends on how you score this. So if you're wanting to wrap, this is because it's going to wrap around my back matting. I did have to take 1/8 of an inch off of this. So I want to take 1/8 of an inch off of the front. Which will make that 4 1/2 by 6 5/8 long. And this one ended up being 4 3/4 wide. So try it first and don't glue anything down until you make sure, because you can put this, you can put it on top. You are going to see the extra thickness. And also, I didn't like the way I didn't want it to get in the way of my recipe cards. So now see how that will slide in there very nicely. It just slides in there super perfect. Now, when I go to add my score tape, I'm going to use score tape all around this edge. And I don't want to yet because I haven't glued those together. You're going to take score tape all the way around. And then I did go 2 strips up the center, and then I added art glitter glue in between. And of course, when we mat the box, you want to make sure you don't put it on upside down, right? Then I just glue this down, tape it down, keeping it away from the bottom. Because remember, I am going to make another lid for the bottom. So bring it more towards the top, burnish it down, and then you have your cute little pocket. That'll be on the front, and you can put those recipe cards. Now, I didn't have to cut down the recipe cards because they fit. They fit in here just fine. And that again, that was Tanya's idea. You put a pocket there, and while you're working on the recipe, you can pop it in there, and so you don't have to open and close your box and open and close your box. So that is how that is created. And then I just took another doodle pop, I did add my art glitter glue to the back, and just put my little Santa there and a sticker from the sticker sheet. And I was done with that. So that's it. All I have to do now is go back and decorate and to print off my Cricut words, finish my box, and you've got another fun Christmas gift that looks like it took as long as an album, but really, you can do this one in a day. Okay, guys, when I get this one all decorated, by Friday, I'll show you. I said, this one I'm keeping for mine because I love him. But on the front of my acrylic, I think this one just might need the gingerbread house. I need more of these. I got to get more of these. But oops, that would be cute. I could put that on there. And then and then look at the word cookies. Cookies this way. Or we could have You Bake Me Merry, You've got lots of fun things. You can do border strips. Oh yeah, we need to do some border strips along here. These are just darling, especially the curly cues. Cute, cute, cute. Lots of fun things. And right there, hey, I've got 2 Christmas gifts done, and from designing start to finish, and they're gonna love these gifts, I promise. Or make them as a baby gift, wedding. Just change your papers, but I couldn't resist with the doodle bug. This one I fell in love with. So that is, wow, that went by fast, didn't it? I really am so happy we got this one done. Christmas at the end. Now you've got your candy. If you look back on my tutorials, we did the nugget holders. So you got yourself some cool quick gifts. And if you make these, be sure to post them on Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creation so we can see your finished project. Oh, I need to add to his bow tie, his little tummy. So many fun things you can do with this. You can be so creative and just sit, and it really is a relaxing little project. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you need any help, just give me a holler on Scrapbookers, and Tanya and I and the designers are there to help you. And otherwise, I'll come on and show this to you on Friday. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.